1017 The Truth in the morning. Bailey Coleman and my guy, Damian LZ.
Good morning, Bailey.
We got a double producer duties going on today. My girl Rhea's over there. Hey, Rhea.
Hi, guys.
And Andrew's over there, too.
Rhea was the hi guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're supposed to be hyped this morning, Rhea.
What up, y'all?
There we go. That's a little better.
Wait a minute. You should have seen her roll her eyes. What is that?
Rhea sounds like there used to be this TV show on MTV called Daria.
Daria.
No.
That's, Rhea, you know Daria?
Rhea said no.
Rhea sounded like,
no.
Hi, guys. We early in the morning.
Yes. Truth in the morning with Bailey Coleman. You know, Dame, I love hanging out with you.
Well, thank you.
I know you had a great weekend. I did not.
Why did you not have a great weekend?
Because while you was at the No Kings thing down there protesting for our rights, and I appreciate you going out representing the
I
fam.
wasn't there, but you know, I saw things.
Oh, you wasn't out there?
I was out there, but I wasn't like in the mix.
I was getting a flat tire.
Well,
did y'all see me on the road? If you saw me on the roadside and you didn't stop, I'm upset with you. But anyway, I get it.
Yeah, hopefully they
say a little prayer as they drove
by. Like, ain't that there's a scene in House Party with kids, where players driving by, and the kid is walking along the side of the road, and Martin Lawrence said, "Ain't that kid?" And then people like, man, is it? I gotta get to the party. So hopefully nobody did you like that, baby. Like, ain't that baby? Man, is it? I gotta get to work. So.
You know, I understand because, you know, I've done that a time or two. No, I haven't. But anyway, if I see somebody I knew, I'd pull up. I'd be like, yo, you okay? But yeah, but the No Kings event.
Like, listen, backdrop.
I ain't see none of the 97 out there.
Like I was saying.
It was awful light skinned. Yeah,
it was a lot of white people. And you know, I work downtown on the weekends when I do my mentoring and stuff. So I had a young man with me. So that's why I said I wasn't in the actual rally, but we had to park so far away. And I'm like, why? Usually I just pull up next to the office and boom, we jump out, go inside. I'm like, why? What the hell's going on? And it's parking, no parking. And then I start seeing the people in the mascot uniforms.
Oh, okay.
And they're coming with their signs, and then with the mascot uniform. And I was like, oh.
I saw Bucky Badger. Yeah, I saw Bucky Badger out there. I saw the picture.
And let me say this. I truly, at first I was like, this is corny. This is clownful. Why are they doing this? The first time I saw it, right?
Right.
But now I understand the psychology of it is if Donald Trump wants people to protest, right?
Right.
He and I'm sick of talking about Trump, but he wants people, but we got to. But he wants people to protest, and he wants people to act up so he can involve the Insurrection Act and say we're out of control, right? How do you nullify that? You can say you're doing peaceful stuff, right? But if they start throwing smoke bombs at you and doing all of the stuff, hitting you with pepper bullets and doing all the stuff they're doing to antagonize you, at some point you're gonna, fight back, or it's gonna look like
you're fighting
a big
back.
scene. Like in Portland, it looked like a big scene when actuality it was a peaceful march, and the ICE agents or whomever the agents were had,
done the pepper spray and
had
all that
smoke going, and it looks like this dramatic scene, but in reality it was nothing going on. Right. How do you combat that? You put on a mascot suit. Yeah. Like my man in Portland that was singing, had his guitar singing the songs. You do the stuff that they were doing, in the 60s and 70s with the peace, love. You put on a mascot. So now it's like, you can't say I'm out here to cause trouble, and to be Antifa, quotation marks.
Right.
I'm out here in a mascot uniform.
Looking like Donald Duck.
I'm having a good time.
Looking like Bernie Badger.
I'm having a good time antagonizing you in my mascot uniform. So it looks like a new form of protest has been born with these No King rallies and via Trump, because he wants you to do that. So people naturally go towards, how can I make myself look the least amount of threatening coming from me? How can I do that?
Right.
I'm going to put on a silly mascot uniform. I'm going to put on silly clothes.
Okay.
So I'm not out here, dressed in all black with my face covered. Right. With a book bag full
like the ICE agents.
Right, with a book bag full of stuff. I'm out here dressed up like Barney. just to make you look silly.
I love
And
you.
so there was a lot of that.
Love me.
There was a lot of that at the No Kings protest stuff, and I loved to see it. I loved it, but there was also a lot of white people.
Yeah,
and
they say there was like 18,000 people out there.
I dig it.
18,000?
Listen, I was there.
That's a lot of people. Do you think
I was in the office for about 2 hours, and the office like overlooks the park.
Okay.
What is the park? Cathedral Square?
Yeah, Cathedral Square. That's
the
what they had.
office kind of like overlooks this right. It's really kitty corner to it.
Okay.
And there may not have been 18,000 people there at one time,
but
the flow of people never stopped.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, even when I was leaving at noon or so, it was still people coming, and I think it started at like 10.
Okay.
It was still people coming. It was still like I mean, people was fighting over the parking spot I had.
Wow.
And I was all the way on the other side of City Hall.
You was parked too long. You was parked there too long. City Hall.
From City Hall all the way, that's 3-4 blocks.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so that's how far away the parking was going.
Okay.
It was great to see. There was, spatterings of black people, but it was great to see that, because I've always said this fight is not, it's our fight.
Yeah.
You know, it is. They're affecting us. But we need those white folks to be in Trump's face. Because if black folks and Latino folks, then they gonna just shoot us.
Yeah.
They've shown that.
Facts.
Maybe these police officers and maybe these federal agents are less hesitant to be like, well, this is just, you know how they do.
Yeah.
And so they're less hesitant to pepper spray or shoot somebody like that.
Because they don't want that.
They don't want that
on
scene.
Camera, on scene. Yeah.
And
that's why.
Listen, when Martin Luther King did his peaceful marching, his whole the peaceful marching and the nonviolence was based upon showing the savagery of the U.S. against black people.
Exactly.
So you have these peaceful black people out here marching, and they're spraying them with hoses. They're doing all of this savage stuff against them, right?
Right.
How do you get that same effect now? Because they've upped their game. You know, the government is up, so they're going to make it seem like, oh, it's Antifa. Like they were saying in protest rally all weekend, these anti-American rallies.
Right.
Nothing's more American.
They were saying hate America rallies. That's what they were calling them. Hate America rallies. Now, why would you ever say that?
Because you hate America. There's nothing, because in a sense, there's nothing more American than protest.
Yeah, and
because
you know
can't
what?
do it anyplace else.
If they could find more people, that's why it is good to have more Caucasian folks out doing these protests, because they can't say, "Oh, it's Antifa out here." It's, all of the things. It's the Hispanics. It's the, they can't say all of that, to try and drive home their point. Because of what happened in the civil rights movement, I think that they believe that America is accustomed to seeing black people go through, the things. Because ever since then, it's been on TV. You see black people being handcuffed. Right. You see them being abused in some circumstances by, other people or by the police or what have you. You've seen that. So it's something that has replayed over and over. But what you don't see are Caucasian people going through that, right? You almost never see that.
Right. Even during the civil unrest that would take place during Vietnam War, when they were protesting the Vietnam War, because that was, let's face it, that was mostly white people, right?
Yeah.
You had spatterings of it, things that happened at Kent State where the people got killed, and different places where, not Kent State, was it Kent State? Kent State no, it might have been Kent State. Well, it was something in Kentucky where the people got killed and they was running up the hill and stuff like that. It was Kent State. Absolutely. See, I was right. I wasn't trusting my own intellectual capacity up here. And I should have known I knew that answer. Thank you, Andrew. But it wasn't as happening as much as it was to black people during the civil rights, right?
Right.
So I compare these protests to that.
Right.
To the Vietnam era protests. Whereas we were protesting our civil rights, white people at the same time were joining those protests, but their protest was more towards Vietnam War.
Right.
It was more towards that, right? And so I think that this is more towards white people. They're protesting Trump and all that Trump is doing but it's also they're not specifically protesting what he's doing to black and brown people, more so what they're doing to the country as a whole,
right?
And how they see it, right?
Right.
So that's why I compare it to that. And to me, dressing up like Barney is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the polar opposite of what you would expect,
Right.
and what you would see out there. The skits, they had some skits on stage and stuff like that. I thought those were pretty good. They had some singing down there too, which I thought, like, the female quartet was really good. So I think that it did its job. Now let's see, because really all of this is great, but if it doesn't, phase over to actual voting and people getting out to vote, and and us winning the vote,
Right.
then it's all for nothing.
Yeah, it's like Amanda Seales had a whole little spiel on Instagram, but she was talking about the difference between a protest and a rally.
Okay, hold that thought. When we come back, more talk about Trump and some AI thing that he had going on.
Oh, man, come on.
Plus more. It's Truth in the Morning with Bailey Coleman and the legendary Davian LZ on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Oh.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tip-off week is more than just the start of Bucks basketball. It's the start of a new season of memories. The raucous crowd, the thrill of every bucket, and the spectacular moments you'll talk about all year long. Whether you come with family, friends, or coworkers, we're all in for cheering Fear the Deer. Nothing compares to the energy of Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action from the very beginning. Get your tickets now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Okay. Rhea thinks she got it going on in there this morning. What is Andrew's like? No, that was me. That was me. That was all me. No, that was Rhea.
Who was that? Was that Andrew or Rhea?
That was me.
All right now, girl. All right now.
Andrew plays some smooth jazz on it.
Okay, yeah, he will.
Rhea came with the, I'm ready to rap right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Came with some hip-hop stuff. Let's go.
You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman, Damien LZ, good morning, Milltown. We've been having a fruitful discussion this morning about the No King celebration and was it a celebration? It was a protest.
It was a protest. They said it was a protest. And that's what
I was getting at
before we went to break. They saying it's a protest.
Right. No?
It wasn't really a protest. Because in a protest, you're out doing something.
Okay.
It was more a rally.
A rally. Okay.
And I understand that. It was more so a rally in that it was rallying support for anything anti-Trump. It was rallying support for anything anti this regime. It was rallying support for Democrats or socialists or any third party, any other party outside of the Republican Party. But a protest is like, I am specifically, some of them may have turned into protests where they went to the Trump Towers.
Okay.
Or they went to the White House and stood out. But you're meeting in a neutral spot. You're not affecting the day-to-day goings of something.
Right.
Now that's a protest when you're affecting
the day-to-day.
When you're out in front of the Journal Sentinel and you might be out there with some signs. That's a protest.
Now, I mean, there's plenty of people with signs and stuff like that.
It was a rally.
It was a rally.
They weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
They weren't. It was still worth it, though.
Yeah, it was definitely 70 million people apparently across the country is what they're saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they were saying beforehand how it was going to be Antifa this and it's a Hate America rally. It's going to be all this violence. There was nothing because people were in Barney suits and costumes.
Yeah. How can you hate on Barney?
I love that. I love the fact that people understood the play and understood what they wanted what Trump and them were expecting for it to happen.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
And there, one thing that I loved, you saw just watching the news footage, because I was doing my rally at the crib with the flat tire. So
yeah, you were rallying.
I was at the crib.
You were rallying support for your flat tire.
Exactly.
But then
there was a cross section of people there with regard to young, old. It
was a good time had. It looked like it was a good time had.
Families were out there.
It was like people had all these different types of signs.
Yeah.
Big creative signs, and if there was an award for the most creative sign, I'm sure they would have probably given that out. Like one of the signs I had seen was where they took MAGA and they said, because somebody dressed up like a minion.
Oh, okay.
And they said minions against maniacal something. It was something, but it took MAGA. Minions against geriatric authoritarianism.
Geriatric.
That's what it was. Minions against geriatric authoritarianism.
Hey, if you want to get in on this conversation, 833-212-1017, our True Talk and text line. Especially if you were out at the No Kings rally, we want to hear from you, get your thoughts and everything from being out there. Or if you just watch from the sidelines like I did, 833-212-1017. Now, wait a minute. Okay, you sent this video to me. It was an AI video.
Yeah.
And your guy was, he was in a plane shooting off things all over the protest. What is this?
Trump is posted this from his presidential X site. Now, we just talked about the No Kings protest and all that was going on throughout the country.
Okay.
He posted himself in a fighter jet. Trump is always posting his stuff, making himself look strong, making himself look like he is the most fit, the most strong, powerful leader in all of the world.
Uh-huh.
So he posted himself in a fighter jet.
In a fighter jet.
On some Top Gun, Tom Cruise stuff, right?
Okay.
So he takes off in his fighter jet.
Uh-huh.
And then instead of putting out bombs, he's letting out this brown, sludgy substance onto the crowds.
Brown, sludgy, what is that supposed to be?
You know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be doo-doo. Oh. He's letting out doo-doo. Can I say doo-doo? That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhea said, yeah.
I was trying to think of that's it. Don't go any further than doo-doo.
Yeah.
Okay. He was releasing bombs of doo-doo. I know it's Monday morning, and y'all don't
I
hear about
know,
doo-doo.
and I know y'all drinking y'all coffee, but it's okay.
And I'm gonna keep saying doo-doo. He let off bombs of doo-doo onto
The crowd.
the crowds, and the AI video shows this doo-doo hitting the people. It's disgusting.
I mean, it's petty.
It's so disgusting and petty.
It's petty. It's, because they don't like what you're doing. Because folk don't like what you're doing, you're going to release an AI video like that. So he didn't put it on his social network.
I think that's where they get it from. Anytime Trump does anything, that's where it comes from.
Okay. And so then they just copied it over to X.
Yeah, we'll show it at some point. I'm sure Rhea got it on deck or
okay, on the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And y'all will see it.
By the way, stream and watch us live on YouTube right now.
Absolutely.
Or at 1017thetruth.com, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a minute of a live show. We are also live on Facebook. Shout out to the folks on Facebook. And you can also get in on the comments on our YouTube chat or on Facebook. So make sure you do all that. We want to hear from you on this. And if you were you went out and you were part of the No Kings protest, we want to hear from you. 833-212-1017, our 2 Talking text line. Okay, back to it.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron, Kawanda, Willie Jones. Remember, you missed the conversation we had about Willie Jones. We was like, that's a strong name.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Willie's a strong
Willie
name.
Jones.
And we were saying if you owe somebody money, you don't want to owe Willie Jones.
You don't want to owe Willie Jones.
So shout out Willie Jones. Shout out Clarissa Lawrence. Shout out Anita Nicole. Shout out, what is that? White Jeffries?
Okay.
There's too many letters.
All right, then.
Shout out you, buddy. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
But yeah, y'all make sure y'all check us out on YouTube. Check us out
Yeah.
on Facebook, all over the place.
All over the place. All over the place. So, I don't, that's a whole petty thing with the AI, and I'm not really sure, because he keeps doing it. But one of the things, I love Gavin Newsom because he trolls him so bad. I started following him.
Yeah, just because of that.
Because I'm like, that is just so dope. Nobody else is doing that. I like that.
Trump is, listen, this video of Trump doing this AI stuff.
So it's rolling right now on the YouTube, I think.
You about to show it?
She's showing it on the YouTube, yeah. So you guys can see it. There's no sound to it.
It is sound.
Oh, there is sound? Oh, I couldn't hear the sound. I just saw the video.
King Trump. Look, it said King Trump on the Friday. He got on the ground.
He got on the ground.
Look at that. Yes,
absolutely.
This is his official website saying this.
Yeah. Joe Biden would never. Barack Obama would never. Bill Clinton would never. George Bush would never. Wow.
And instead of now he's showing them bowing to him when they're taking a knee when doing the George Floyd and Black Lives Matter stuff. So this is the president.
Petty.
Using AI. And I often say this. There are people in middle America who see this stuff.
Right.
And they think it's real.
They gonna think it's real till they get they snap cut off.
They think it's real.
They gonna think it's real until the programs until their health care gets cut off.
It's all fun and games till that snap get cut off.
Yeah, that snap get cut off. It's about to be on and cracking.
Because the state need money. Wisconsin need money right now.
Look, let me tell you something. People are already getting notices that they're about to be cut off. They get notice. It's about to be on and cracking.
And they just trying to blame the Democrats.
They trying to blame
the shutdown and causing this. But
that ain't got nothing to do with the shutdown. He just want to cut you.
President that is making, somebody took time to make that, put in the prompts.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? When we talk about SNAP and all of that, it ain't hit yet. So everybody thinks, oh, we cool. Hey, I'm telling you now.
Oh, it's going to be different.
If you getting SNAP benefits, your best bet is to go buy you some non-perishable food items right now with the money you got left. So it'll last you longer. You have something to eat. Fill up your freezer if you got money with the steaks and the whatever you eating. Fill up your freezer. Do what you need to do. Non-perishable food items. I'm telling you now. You can't say we did not warn you.
Because it's and you know that's just shows. And when you talk about Trump, talk about the pettiness of Trump. There's videos and it's all indicative, and it all rolls up into one thing. Trump really doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
And this administration, Stephen Miller and them, all of those people really don't care. Not to quote Kanye, they don't give about black people.
Yes.
In general, or brown people, or anyone at that point,
yes.
right? Because if they did, then they would have, okay, this shutdown is gonna come, it's gonna happen. Right?
Yeah.
Let's make sure we overfund SNAP for a little bit.
Yeah.
If we're gonna run this play, right?
Yep.
But no. They're gonna run this play to shut down the government so that they can fire the federal workers and do all of the stuff that they want to do, and they're using your life,
yes,
and using us as pawns in their chess game.
You know it. Okay, look, Truth Nation, sometime today we're going to give you a chance to qualify for that Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. So get ready for that. Coming your way next, guess what? Your car can now be towed if they say you've been driving recklessly.
So you got to lose your SNAP and your car.
Yeah. That's coming your way.
Funny, but it ain't.
It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a woman-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I am grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Southbound 41 slowing down right now from the county line down past Good Hope Road. Northbound is backing up on 41 from about Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. East and westbound 94, not too bad. Everything seems to be rolling along well, though volume is starting to pick up a little bit, so you do want to be extra careful. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy with a high of 63. Tonight, chance of showers, cloudy and windy, a low of 45. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
What up, Milltown? It's Truth in the Morning with Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ. Good morning, Milltown. We're here for you this morning.
Rhea gave us the smooth jazz a little bit, right?
Yeah, she did. She gave us a little smooth jazz.
I'm excited to see how we coming out of these breaks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you getting geeked.
I'm excited. You know, I love music, so
yeah.
I'm excited to see.
I know you are.
How we coming out of these breaks.
I know you are.
Always something.
We're about to talk about the towing and reckless driving, but we do have a caller on the True Talk and text line, so let's go there. Wesley. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ah, right. Never mind.
Wesley didn't really want to say.
He didn't want to kick it. But it's okay.
He wanted to order some pizza. but
okay.
you brought up the SNAP, right? And people losing SNAP and how it's going to affect people. And I don't think they realize how that's going to affect them. But also, there are things that are going on in Milwaukee that are going to affect them
exactly
as well. But I don't think they understand. People may not understand how it's going to affect.
I'm gonna tell you what people are gonna do with this next one. Okay. This next one, folks are going to really start paying attention to who they if they let people use their car.
Oh, yeah. Ain't going to be no more let me borrow your car.
No, ain't going to be none of that because, now, after 2 years of waiting, the city of Milwaukee can now tow your car if it's involved in reckless driving.
Yeah, so they can. So what it is they can tow your car, right? Let's talk about the process of how this came about.
Yep.
I was telling y'all that just so y'all up to speed and y'all can know what it is. Now they can tow your car whether you in it or not.
Yep.
So if you got a kid that's driving your car, you borrow your car to somebody, your car gets stolen, whatever the case may be, if it's involved in any form of reckless driving, they can tow your car.
And they just pull up on your car in the driveway. If it's been involved and it's noted, they got the plate numbers or whatever, they got you.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what it seems like.
I don't know. I think it has to be actively involved.
It has to be actively, okay.
Like, I don't know if they can come at a later date and say your car was involved in reckless driving and now we're going to tow your stuff while it's on the driveway. I don't know if they can do that. They might ticket you at that point. But that's a whole nother subject. But I think what we have to realize is that this process it started someplace. 5 or 7 years ago, I worked in my daytime job for the 15th district. 5 or 7 years ago, we floated the idea of possibly towing cars. We fell back on that idea for a couple of reasons. The reasons being, what exactly is at that time there was no pure definition of what they were calling reckless driving.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 20 miles? Is it 25 miles? Is it 30 miles? What is it? Now they do. Now they do have that. So that takes that off of the plate. There is an actual. This is 35 miles. 25 miles is reckless driving, I think, now, right?
Right.
But for us, it was more so the discretion that the police would have in determining who was reckless driving. Now, if you're fleeing the police, if you're causing an accident, those are obvious, that's reckless driving.
Mm-hmm.
But the discretion of the police at the time was we had a police department that was getting, getting sued a lot.
Right.
Had cases against them by the ACLU.
Exactly.
And now they have to report, monthly against. So we were like, do we want to give them the discretion to say
that much leeway
that this person was recklessly driving and now their car should be towed? Because we all know that type of enforcement typically hits the black community the hardest, right?
Exactly.
And if you look at municipal fines and things of that nature, at that point, it's not as much anymore, but at that point it was, certain areas of the inner city were getting hit more with speeding tickets and safety issues and things like that, right? So you would only think, okay, when you add this on top of that, this is what's going to happen. The landscape is somewhat changed now. When they first did this law, it was you get a ticket. Then they added that your car can be towed if the owner is in the car.
Towed and impounded.
If the owner was in it.
Right.
Now, it can be towed and impounded no matter who's in the car.
Yep.
So if your nephew takes your car to the store and gets pulled over and somebody determines he's recklessly driving, they're going to tow your car. And that's my, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Kind of like there's a lot of space in there for something to go wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, MPD will maintain the discretion on whether to tow, whether a tow is warranted, and if you have it was saying if you have an I Love Knitting sticker in the back window, they might let you slide.
Shout out to Scott Spiker. He was making the joke.
Their standard operating procedure calls for a reckless driving citation to be issued anytime it's qualified for, but towing is not mandated. So they don't have to tow you.
Exactly. So that discretion is there again. So when it happens, who is going to be the one that if you get in, we have our relationships with the police as a black community.
Yes.
So you're giving them the power to determine on site, man, I'm just going to get this person a ticket.
Yeah.
Or, I'm going to tow this person's car.
Yeah.
That gives them a lot of, police officers already have a lot of power. But that gives them more power.
I mean, well, if you think about it, it's the same way with getting a ticket for anything. They don't always have to give you a ticket. I've seen plenty of situations where it was just like, you know what? Okay, don't do it again. Have a good day. You know what I mean? They don't always have to give you a ticket.
But does that oftentimes happen for black people?
Well, no.
Do we oftentimes get let off for not doing things or let off the hook?
No, not if they got to make their quota.
Does it oftentimes happen to us? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my hopes and prayers is that this doesn't adversely affect the black community. And a year from now, we're not saying, and then people will say, well, if they wasn't recklessly driving. No, there's such a thing as called over-policing.
Yeah.
There's such a thing as called focus-driven policing, right?
Yes.
That is a thing. We have to acknowledge that exists.
Right.
And if you're not acknowledging that exists, then you're missing the point, is what I'm saying. So,
yep, true. But at the same time, you know what? Something gotta happen.
And that's why I'm saying
something gotta go down.
That's
all
why I'm
this
not as
reckless
mad as
driving, I'm mad at it. I'm tired of it. There's been so many times that I'm just rolling down the street, minding my own business, having a good time, listening to my 101.7 The Truth on the radio, and your cousin come along and sideswipe me. What is that?
That's who determines if that was just an accident or reckless driving?
Nah, it happens too much. They bobbing and weaving outside of their lane and all this kind of carrying. Come on.
I would rather it be black and white. If you're going, and that's what we were. If you're going over 25 miles, but they fought for the discretion to be able to do it, and they did it so that it was be bipartisan. My thing, if you're going over 25 miles per hour, at that point you are recklessly driving.
Yes, you are, and you deserve to be towed.
And your car deserves to be towed. If it's a 35 mile per hour zone, and you're flying down a residential street going 70 miles per hour. you're recklessly driving.
Yes, you
If
are.
you're going down Capitol,
Yes.
and the Capitol was 40 miles per hour on Capitol, I don't know the exact thing, but Capitol is 40 miles per hour, but you're going 65, you're recklessly driving.
Yes,
and when
you
I
are.
pull you over, I automatically should have to tow your car. And what I'm saying is, in my opinion, they said the discretion of the police officer is makes it easier for the police officer. No, it doesn't make it easier. It makes it harder on us. No, if you're gonna do it, I want when they set up these
cameras,
and they set up this traffic, it's called the TSU or something, the traffic force or whatever it is that they use. When they set that up in these different, because they set them up in different spots.
Yeah.
All over.
Very familiar with them.
They set them up in different spots. When they set those up, I don't want it to be that when it was set up, traffic safety unit. When it's set up on the south side, oh, now we're using discretion. Okay, you're going slow down, Billy. Because the same thing happens when they let off shots. They pull up onto Mir Rice, they let off shots. There's no discretion there.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody else, oh, he's just doing this. He's just doing that.
Right.
And when it's us, the rules often apply. So I want those same rules to apply to everyone across the city, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just saying, whether it's the south side, the north side, or the west side, something need to happen because all over, there's people all over the place driving recklessly. It's
All
not just contained to the north side of Milwaukee. It is not.
It's not.
It's not at all.
And people have to realize that this happens all, and we oftentimes blame us for being the most reckless of the drivers. But no, I travel all over this city, all over this county, and the reckless driving happens everywhere.
Yeah, it does. All right. 833-212-1017. You want to get in on our Truth Talk and text line. Coming your way next. Should we talk about MPS? I don't want to get on it. Should we talk about them?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. We're going to talk about your favorite public school system, Milwaukee Public Schools, up next on 101.7 The Truth. Truth in the Morning.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Ever had a question about local services, neighborhood events, civic engagement, or ways to get more involved in the community and just didn't know who to ask? That is where 1MKE comes in. 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition helping Milwaukee residents to find trusted information and easy opportunities to get civically engaged. Want to plug into a neighborhood event, find community services, give back through volunteering? 1MKE is here to help. Learn more and get involved and fill out their community feedback survey at 1MKE.org. That is 1MKE.org. We are 1MKE.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't let a trade-in get in the way of the phone you want. Now you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in required, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That is marketplacewisconsin.com.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Okay. I am intrigued by this music. Y'all know what's coming up. The Truth Summit 2025. 11/14, hosted by 101.7 The Truth and Good Karma Brands. The date is Saturday, November 15th, 2025. The location is Thrive on King, 2153 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. The time is 9:30. That's what time those doors open. The panel discussion begins at 10. You will have a free and interactive community event moderated by Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be focused on open dialogue, collaboration, and actionable change. Once again, the Truth Summit 2025, sponsored by 1MKE and Health Divide Bridging the Gap in Milwaukee's healthcare system. That's one of the discussions from highlights to higher education. We're building Milwaukee's educational pipeline. Once again, the Truth Summit 2025, Saturday, November 15th, 2025. Thrive on King, 2153 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Doors open at 9:30. Panel discussions at 10. See y'all there.
Yeah, Dr. King gonna be moderating.
Listen.
That's my dude right there.
Shout out to Dr. Ken.
Shout out to Dr. Ken.
But listen, I am like...
I know he's a Republican. It's all right, y'all.
Have y'all ever seen that TV show, the movie, what's the movie about the Andrew? You got to know this. The guy that Ron Burgundy.
Oh, Ron Burgundy.
What's the name of that?
Yeah.
What's the name of that movie?
Yeah, Anchorman.
I am the Anchorman. If you give me something to read,
yes,
I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
To a fault. So don't give me a bunch of words and then tell me to pick out stuff to say. I'm gonna read the whole thing.
Yeah. And you read it twice too.
I read
It was so
stuff
nice.
2 or 3 times.
It was so nice. You read it twice
just to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Listen, this got to be edited.
Yeah. You just put us all out there. Did he just? Oh, okay.
Andy,
okay.
You
yeah.
made this? Did you make this?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Can you edit this for
Andrew,
Ron
we
Burgundy,
just need
please?
we just need the who, what, when, where, and phone number for more information and web address.
I'm gonna have a Dame Elsie version.
Yes, Dame Elsie
I need
version.
a Dame
yes.
Burgundy version.
Yes, Dame Burgundy.
Yes, thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, that was good for you though. That was good for you.
I had to learn that.
Yeah, that was good.
It's Monday. We having a good time.
Yeah,
I love it here.
Yeah, just scout out the
And look, you know
See,
what's
you
funny?
thought
you know
you
what's
know
funny?
what?
People
You
like
thought-
watching a car crash because before that it was 13 people watching on YouTube. As soon as I fumbled through the Truth Summit, it's 35 people on here watching.
Okay,
Y'all ain't nothing.
Well, let me just say this. See, Dame, I was giving Dame a choice of what to read. We talking. I'm like, you could do this. Or you could do that. And Dame is like, oh,
I'll do that.
Dr. Kid, my dude, let me go and read the Truth Summit. I was like, okay, well, if you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you.
Listen.
But you do have to be able to.
We talking about.
Fumble through a few.
We talking about reckless driving. That was reckless reading. I need to be ticketed. For
You
that.
need to be ticketed and towed and impounded.
I need to be told.
Yes.
Pause for
Yeah.
that.
See?
I don't know. It just felt like that should be paused. But that takes us back to the subject of the reckless driving. Hey, y'all, we need y'all to call and let us know what y'all think. How do you think, and we can make this a poll question because the other one is done where you got the No Kings protest.
Yeah. Because nobody went. Everybody
Black
was.
people apparently didn't go.
Everybody black including that 97% of sisters that voted for Kamala Harris. We was all at the crib.
We was at the
As
crib.
one or two of us came out, sprinkled it up a little bit, put a little pepper in there, but pretty much we was at the crib.
The mascots and stuff was not our cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
Not us. Not us. I saw one guy on stage. Okay.
But the next question is, do you think that just towing vehicles is going to have
impounding
and towing vehicles is going to have a positive effect on reckless driving? Is it going to make it go down? Because I've looked at the numbers.
Yes.
And when you look at the traffic safety unit numbers, the amount of tickets they give out over the last 3 years is going down each year. And so while we may see the effects of reckless driving more, with what happened on 35th and Valete, what happened to Miss Beverly, what happened to some people in our district that would still be here if not for reckless driving. Does that mean that reckless driving is still as bad across the board, or is it that the traffic safety unit they say they don't have enough people on staff, so they aren't giving out tickets? What is it? And do you think that this legislation will be the legislation that takes us over the hump? Will this finally be the one thing that says, I'm not going to reckless drive no more because my car might get towed?
Okay, so I want to add a little more onto that.
Add some more to that.
I want to know, if you don't think this is going to be the thing to stop it or help calm it down, I want to know if there's something you think that would help.
Yeah.
If this isn't it, 833-212-1017 is the number to call. Now, don't forget, that's our Truth Talk and text line. So you can text us at that number, but you can also call us, okay, and give your vocal opinion. 833-212-1017. We want to hear from you. Rhea? Okay. All right. So, look, I don't know if this is going to be the thing to take us over, Dane, right, to make it. I don't think that this will be it. I don't know, though, what would be, unless they start taking everybody's cars, right?
Listen.
Unless they're going to take everybody's car.
Right.
I mean, everybody that they,
Because you have to think that most of the kids, and it's not just kids, but most of the people that are doing the reckless driving are doing it in cars that ain't in their name. They got cars in their mama's name. They got cars in, somebody else's name.
Okay.
There may be stolen cars. So are they going to care?
Right.
And so who's it going to affect the most is those that, maybe you're late to work, or maybe you're doing something and you're going too fast.
Right.
So instead of now you getting a regular ticket, you're going to get your car towed. Whereas, the kid boys don't care if you tow their car.
Yeah, they don't care because their cars ain't their cars. They got somebody else's cars.
All
right, we got one on the True Talk and text line. It's Blake, and he was at the No Kings protest, and also he's got a comment on the reckless driving. Blake, good morning. You're on Truth in the Morning with Bailey and Damien.
What's up, Bailey Queen? What's up, Dane?
What's up, brother?
Hey.
Man, I worked Saturday driving down Blue Mound. I was on 188 right past Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm like, where are these? I'm thinking, like, what's going on? And then from Penny Mustard, where they got that ugly, expensive furniture at, all the way to Gerke's Corner. They were lined up on both sides. It was like a party. I'm like, whoa. And I text my boss, like, dude, this little old, no shade, little old white people, like they were really like bent over old people holding these signs up and waving these flags. I'm like, whoa. So now I see what it was about. But as far as the reckless driving, they one laning all the way out in Heartland, dude. I'm 45 minutes from the hood, and they one laning all the way out here. So they done made it bad for everybody. You better have a good radiator.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too. Thank you. Yeah, there were protests. There weren't just protests in Milwaukee.
No. What does that mean? You better have a good radiator? Because I don't know cars like that.
I don't know cars like that either.
What Andrew, do you know? Rhea, do you know what that means? You better have a good radiator?
No.
Somebody let me know what he's saying as it pertains to. Because of having to be in line for so long, or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm not a car dude. Shout out to my cousin.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it 100 with the truth.
Okay. All right, back to the True Talk and text line 833-212-1017. Black Conscious. What's going on? What's your truth this morning?
Knowledge of self and health is wealth. You got Rhea screening calls like this a government call. For real? Ooh.
Hey, look.
You over there,
Rhea,
you over there screening like this corporate America.
Look, Rhea.
Black Talk Radio.
Rhea, no.
If you don't let me get on that, line, girl,
I do my job, sir.
Exactly.
Hey,
Rhea
listen, I will
is
defend
what you
my
mean?
black sisters.
What I need to talk to them about?
Look,
what you mean? I ain't got to share with you, woman, but I love you, sister. I'm just giving you some morning glory.
Rhea,
We're not defending our black women up here.
Yes, and Rhea is protecting her sister.
Wait, hold on.
Here.
No. See, y'all done pick Rhea up from working with the government, you know, keep you on furlough. She can't work it over here. These ain't the same tactics, sister. This is Black Talk Radio. Anyway, congratulations. But listen. Only thing that's going to come apart, you better get you a second car. You better go out and find you a nice second little hoopty because only thing they going to do is snatch up everybody's cars if they go. It's always after the fact. They ain't doing nothing to prevent this from happening.
Right.
This is all after the fact. And that's they going to be taking grandmama, mama, and them cars. There's going to be a whole lot of this dysfunction in the family. It's going to cause some interruption that don't need to be.
That's
okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, Black Conscious. Okay. Look, I want to make sure that you all know that you need to continue to listen live to win special truth giveaways by downloading the 1017 The Truth app in the App Store or Google Play. Now, we got an opportunity for you to win coming your way next hour. I'm being nice by letting you know that. We'll be back with more on 1017 The Truth.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
How is it possible for somebody to be found guilty of something and serve no jail time? How is it possible that someone can get a first offense misdemeanor when it comes to marijuana here in the state of Wisconsin and can face up to 6 months in jail, but two men who are convicted of murder get probation? This is not what justice is about. Why does this keep happening, Truth Nation? And why does it always seem like black people die and we don't get the justice that we deserve? How should we react to this? If you commit a crime, you must do the time. If you take somebody's life, you have to pay the cost. I don't care that it was an accident, because it does not make sense to me how someone can be murdered and somehow they get no time. Even if you accidentally kill somebody, you are still a murderer, especially when you plead guilty to felony murder. Marijuana will get you more time in jail than killing somebody, especially when it comes to a black man here in America, unfortunately.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Count study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
Ooh, having a smooth morning this morning, Dame.
Smooth as ever. It's a Monday morning. Our energy is up. We smooth.
Good morning, Milwaukee. You're checking out Truth in the Morning with Bailey Coleman and Damian LZ on 1017 The Truth. We got a double duo in there doing our producing.
Shout out to Andrew and Rhea.
Yes, Andrew and Rhea. Now, don't forget, later on this hour sometime, I'm going to give you a chance to qualify for the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All 5K giveaway. That's going to be fun. But we want to get back to the topic at hand, reckless driving.
And getting your car towed.
Because you could do that now, all in one day. Going back to the Truth Talking text line, my guy, Security Mike. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for waiting. You're on with Bailey and Dame on The Truth.
How you young people doing this morning?
Well, thank you for calling us young.
Exactly. We appreciate that. We'll take that.
Well, I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy, and that's out of respect. Now, check this out. That the reference he made on that, you sitting there idle, that's why he made that reference to the radiator. And if it's in the winter months, and if it's in the winter months, you better have plenty of antifreeze in there as well. Back to the reckless driving. I feel if you can find actually the guilty party of the reckless driver, because like you said, you don't know if it's someone that might have stole somebody's car or took somebody's car without permission. If you can find the actual guilty party, then let them spend the weekend in jail as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop nothing. Maybe something like that to stop it as well.
Yeah,
that's my comment.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Security Mike. That's a good idea. Why not?
Yeah.
If they were driving recklessly, they may end up in jail anyway.
Yeah, and you know, you have to realize with reckless driving, and I was talking, shout out Willie Hines. I was talking to Willie, and
he's just name dropping. Okay.
And you know, that's
my guy.
Name dropping. That's just, I was talking to him.
That's your reality.
He was saying that, and I saw Lamont say this in a statement as well, so I assume he was probably talking to Willie as well, is that there needs to be an intensifier. Okay, you're going to tow the cars, right? But there also needs to be an intensifier on when you get pulled over going over 25 miles per hour, that you have effectively made this car a weapon.
Yes.
So now it's like the intensifier being you have endangered society. So like if you shoot off a gun,
right,
it's reckless endangerment, right?
Right.
If you're going over 25 miles per hour because of what can happen,
right,
there should be a reckless endangerment.
Reckless endangerment with a car?
Yeah, because you've essentially made this car a weapon.
Motor vehicle.
And I think that may work better than just towing a car, because you're just towing a car. It's not their car.
It's not. It may not be their car.
It may not be their car.
What do they care, right?
What do they care? And I'm all for, I'm all for policing ourselves and doing for the community and not getting young people or whomever because of over-policing that takes place in the black community, not having that much police interaction. But we got to do something about reckless driving.
Right.
I'm also cognizant to that. I'm also conscious to the fact that something needs to be done about reckless driving.
Yeah.
And there needs to be steps taken that are going to be effective. And I don't know if just towing it
is going to do it. I don't think towing is just going to do it. And you know what?
But it's going to help.
I think it's going to help. It is going to help. But at the same time, I understand what you're saying because they do turn that vehicle into a weapon.
Yes. So what if you make it so now if you get caught going 25, 30 miles over the speed limit, that now you get a charge for, reckless endangerment?
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with that, but then
because that puts it on the driver.
It does put it on the driver, and I'm with that. My thing is, it needs to be at this point where we are. There don't need to be like degrees of it, right? 1, 2, 3, just one charge, and then let it be a substantial penalty. I think.
Yeah.
Not like they do in the DUIs where you get one here and it may.
They would say, okay, this is his second time being caught for reckless driving, so it would go up.
Right.
I think we're past that.
Yeah, I think we are too.
The situation has become so dire, and I said I didn't know if it had gotten worse or if it was going down, but I'm going to lean on the fact that if people are dying from it and people are getting killed from reckless driving, then it's still. The big picture may say the tickets are down, and so the numbers say it's down. But when I hear about a whole family being killed on 35th and Valete, and the young woman recklessly driving, hitting the gas instead of hitting the brake or whatever the case may be, I think there needs to be an intensifier on going a certain amount of miles per hour over it. So now it's almost like it's a felony at some point. Like you're going 30 miles per hour, and the police officer can show on his gun and show. Because a lot of times this police officer saying is your word against theirs. In that situation, there should be some way of monitoring on a police cam and showing this person flying. Now you're hit with a felony, man, because you're going 30 miles. It's not just driving anymore.
There's going to be a lot of people that think differently about driving in the car with their boyfriends and tell them to do things that, or whatever the situation was. Yeah. There's going to be a lot more thought.
Or, because you think about the movie Baby Boy, and Jody had her car.
Yeah.
Now, how many Jodys do we know across the city of Milwaukee? It's a lot of Jodys.
Yeah, a lot of Jodys.
Baby boys. So a lot of baby boys is driving their girlfriend's car.
Yeah.
And now she at work.
Yeah.
And now her car getting towed.
Yep.
Well, baby girl.
Yep.
Stop giving Jody your car.
Boom.
This is gonna end
part. That
Jody
part.
ain't getting them keys no more.
Nope.
Because you might get my car towed.
Yep.
Now I got to pay $150 to get out, $20 a day. What if I don't got insurance? Now I got to go get insurance to get my car out.
Boom.
So you done cost me $300-$400.
Yep.
Because you wanted to be flying down Capitol.
Exactly.
Showing off in my car.
Flexing.
That's
in
what
your
happens.
car.
And that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I get up here.
Look.
I get up here and I am pro community.
I love it when you preach.
I am pro community, baby.
Yes.
You know that. I love my people.
I know you do.
But on this instance and on this issue, there can be no. There can't be a gray area. Community, and I hate accountability rap. I say accountability rap, but that's what I call it. But I don't deal with that because that's just regurgitating some other stuff. But in this instance, y'all gonna have to be careful who y'all get y'all keys to.
Exactly. Okay, we got one on the Truth Talking text line, and guess who it is? It's Al. Al, good morning. You're on Truth in the Morning with Bailey and Damien.
First of all, Dusty's not supposed to be. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to say good morning.
Good morning to you as well. First of all, Dusty should never be touching your steering wheel, let alone your bed. But if you like it, I love it. They need to be very hard on these people with reckless driving. You have to be hard on them like Sodom and Gomorrah, strung out on crack and having a rabies. Y'all have dragged the feet too long. I give them SI-22 insurance. A $10,000 fine. If you file bankruptcy, the double is the ticket is triple. You keep doing it, you get 3 months in jail. Don't drop the soap, okay? Maybe you have really that high hell. They drag their feet too long. Give them hell and make their life true hell. That's the only way they're going to learn. You can't be nice. You give them an inch, they'll go down to Mississippi and back, make their life a living hell, and they would stop. Because if you don't, the white man will, and he's going to laugh about it. Have a great day.
Ooh, thank you, Al. Al always look.
Al with it.
Al always got it
Sodom
for
and
you.
Gomorrah almost got me. He said,
Yeah, what?
He said something about make it hard like Sodom and Gomorrah. Ooh, where
Okay.
you going? Where
Okay.
you going?
Okay.
If you know Sodom and Gomorrah, where you going? But, all right. Shout out to Aaron Kawanda on the YouTube chat line in the classroom. Aaron Kawanda said, absolutely, it will and can work if they do it in decent and in order. 100% truth be told today. Milwaukee is tired of everything, so I don't know what will happen if this doesn't work.
Wow. Thanks for hitting us up on. We got to check the Facebook line too. But thanks for hitting us up on the YouTube channel. And make sure, again, you take advantage of the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017. Of course, we are live on Facebook as well. So you can hit us up there as well.
The flip of it, William Atkins said, it won't work on the YouTube chat line.
Okay.
The single lane and bike lanes isn't stopping speeding at all, just causing traffic jams. So he's saying they already trying stuff.
Yeah, they are trying
and
stuff.
it's not working. So why would you think that this new thing is going to work?
Okay.
I feel you. I feel that as well. The precedent has been set that the stuff they're doing isn't working. But
that's why they're continuing to try. You got to keep trying things. But Dame, I really feel like what you've been talking about with the enhancer, I think that could make a difference.
I think it would. I think
especially when it's on the driver, right? When it's on the driver, because cars get towed and ticketed and all that every day.
That could be the family car.
That could be the family car.
You know, it could be a situation the other car is down, so now the whole family is using this car to go back and forth to work. They shuttling it, using it.
But see, here's the thing, though.
You don't know what you setting that family back by towing their car, but if you affect that driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you get a felony, sir.
Yeah.
For, or whatever.
Right.
Or whatever, a low-class felony.
Yeah. For
driving 25 miles an hour.
Yeah. And I think that is the key to get it started. Because there need to be other things along the way, too. Too many loopholes. There need to be more things that they can get them with.
Yeah.
All right. You're checking out Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ, right here on 101.7 The Truth. Maybe we'll talk about MPS when we come back. All right.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan?
reliable power, and peace of mind? Propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Yeah.
All right, Rhea. We see you. We see you. We see you, player. We see you over there. 1017 The Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, look. I was just, I be up at night reading stories and stuff.
Because you smart.
Well,
You smart.
We be on 9 doing that. And I came across this story. Well, I came across a couple of stories. And one, to me, is directly related to the other. Okay.
Let me hear.
Okay, first of all, I noticed that MPS is trying to get retired teachers to come back.
Yeah.
And you see him here like, yeah, well, whatever. And then, okay, noted in the comments, one of the comments was what, Damien? You remember?
If they pay them,
then they'll come back,
they
right?
pay them. It's like the Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you pay them, they will come.
Yeah.
And
but don't be messing around.
But that's why they left, because they wasn't getting paid.
That's right. They
so
was
you gonna want them to come back to not get paid some more?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
They got to that point of being able to retire, because I'm close to retirement, and you get to that point where you're able to retire, and it's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. And
Yeah.
so if that happens, then how you going to bring them back?
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay them.
Yeah, you absolutely are going to have to pay them.
Outside of whatever the teachers' contracts you may have, you're going to have to pay those teachers to come back
and deal
sit
with
in
these
that classroom and sit with them kids.
And deal with these kids that's out here now, because they different.
Because they not leaving retirement to come back for the same amount of money.
And not for the kids is up here cutting up like they cutting up. But that's why they need them back, because they need professionals that could. Apparently, the latest crop of teachers coming up just don't know how to deal with it, can't deal with it, don't want to deal with it.
It's like, I look at it like this. It's like the NBA.
Yes.
How can I explain it? How is it like the NBA? Let me show you.
How is it?
Explain how it's like the NBA.
Okay.
Because of the collective bargaining agreement with the NBA.
Yes.
The older player has been removed from the bench, whereas you was a starter one for 5-10 years. You was a starter.
Okay.
Great player.
Okay.
You get moved to the bench. Now you're a role player that sees little to no action, but your effect on the team is you teaching them how to be professionals.
Right.
But because of the collective bargaining agreement, they got removed out, because a player that's been in the league for 7-8 years can earn a minimum this amount.
Right.
And so the teams are like, well, I'm just not going to pay that guy. I'm going to pay 2 or 3 young guys to fill out my bench instead of doing that. So what you lose in doing that is institutional knowledge.
Yes.
So what MPS has done in moving some of these teachers out, moving them towards retirement, asking, these teachers not getting paid enough, wanting to go towards retirement, they've lost institutional knowledge.
Yes.
Because these teachers, like my mother was one of them, they control a classroom.
Yes.
They knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're bringing in newer teachers, and they're learning how to do that.
Right.
But the learning curve is much larger and a longer learning curve, because they don't have those older teachers there that come to them in the teacher's lounge and be like, I heard your class, y'all's a little rowdy. Maybe try X, Y, and Z.
Right.
This works for me.
Right.
They're recreating the wheel on their own, and that's just going to be chaos.
Yeah.
In MPS.
Yeah.
And MPS got enough issues of its own than to be worrying about the classroom should be the least of its issues.
Yeah.
Right? That should be secure. But it's not.
It's not. Yeah. So they got to get folk that know how to teach, the seasoned teachers to come back in, get things back, locked back down. Because you don't think so?
Would you come back?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I've always, you know what? I've not pictured like retirement like that. Maybe on a part-time basis, like a substitute teacher, go work when I want to, but I ain't no teacher. You don't want me in there trying to, cultivate the minds of y'all children, trust and believe.
I'm in my 26th year of City of Milwaukee employment.
Okay.
Retirement is right around the corner. It's way closer than it was when I first started.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Well,
and when you think of that, I know people that have left City of Milwaukee employment.
Okay.
And to get them back, they had to break the bank.
Okay.
Because of the institutional knowledge that they had.
Right.
So if you're going to ask teachers to come back,
you got to be with it.
You got to be willing.
You got to offer them something more.
Right. Because now my life is set.
Right.
I've retired. I got my pension.
Yeah.
I got whatever's setting me up.
Yep.
I'm straight.
Yep.
So you want me to leave my straightness?
Yep. And come back in here to all this chicanery.
And come back to NPS mess. So you have to pay me.
Yeah. And you know what? I could imagine if if the payment is good, and it's what they're feeling, then they'll go back. But if it's not, I wouldn't. No. If it's not worth my time, if it's not worth me, my financial success, that's why I said maybe part-time.
I'm straight.
Maybe consultation or something.
I think there has to be a love for MPS and love for it as a whole.
Yeah.
And students as a whole.
Yeah.
For me for someone to consider that. And I don't think a lot of teachers that retire from MPS.
Yeah.
I know a lot of teachers that retire from MPS.
Yeah.
Y'all come on here on the YouTube line, on Facebook, and call in and tell me if I'm wrong. But I don't know a lot of people that retire from MPS that's like
willing to go back.
I love it.
Yeah, no.
I love it and I miss it so.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I think of one of my besties' mom, Miss A.G., and she was a principal.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to her. That's my girl, Megan Jackson's mother.
Okay.
And she always is like, nah.
Right.
Will you go back? I'm good on that. Maybe some consultation or something.
Yeah, but they asking these people to go straight into the classroom.
Yeah, they do. They need people to go straight into the classroom. But a lot of times when they're done. And once they got their situation, their retirement situation together, because they're worn out for people's kids. And the bureaucracy that is Milwaukee Public Schools. Okay.
Yeah, I just ain't going back. And you got and because it's not just the bureaucracy of the Milwaukee Public Schools, it's the lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency across the board when it comes to MPS that I would think people don't want to get involved in. And when you hear about what you're about to talk about, I think that adds to that lack of consistency, is that other people are allowed to get away with stuff, and then I make it through the end and I retire, and now you want me to come back, but you don't want to pay me?
Yeah. You know what? This is just my opinion from my small vantage point of having a few times met with some of the principals, like a group of principals for MPS years ago. I felt like during the meeting that I was actually meeting with a group of students.
Oh, it was like that, huh?
It was like I'm meeting with the students, and where are the administrators at? That was just my opinion. It was years and years ago. I think it was probably about 15 or 20 principals or something like that. And I was floored at the, where we were.
She has a line, F you, pay me. And if I'm a retired teacher,
there it is.
That's my motto.
That's your motto.
I'm getting it on a hat, on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And if they want to come talk to me, or they want me to come in and talk to them, I'm just like, read the hat, read the shirt. That's what it's about.
Read.
At this point, because you can't call me back in for the love of the game, the love of the student. Come on, man.
Yeah, no,
especially with all of the stuff that MPS has going on to it. Why would you come back into that fire without getting paid.
And when they have, because we're going to kind of switch gears here, because the reason they need those seasoned teachers to come back is because some of the employees that they currently have or have had are just not cutting the mustard.
Yeah.
There was a MPS aide that remained on his job for years despite repeated records of being disciplined by the school district.
And disciplined for what, though? Let's see. There's discipline for being tardy, and then there's discipline for jacking up a kid. Or doing something like that.
You gonna want to
y'all find out.
You gonna want to hear this. When we come back from the break, we're gonna do that. But right now, I'm gonna give somebody a chance to get in on this. Truth Nation.
One call, that's all.
There you go. Truth Nation. Now is your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you could be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be calling number 7 right now at 833-212-1017, and you'll be entered in to win the 5K, the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that's caller number 7 at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
The 24th annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 28th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Baird Center. Green Bay Packers all-time leading receiver and Super Bowl champion Donald Driver will be the featured guest and keynote speaker. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp's STEAM-based education program to thousands of K-3 through 5th grade students and educators across Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Bucks basketball is back. A brand new season of big games, electric matchups, and unforgettable moments starts now. There's nothing like Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The energy, the thrills, the slam dunks, and buzzer-beating three-pointers. Don't miss your chance to be part of all the on-the-court, cheering crowd, fear the deer excitement. Get your tickets today at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
We've got delays along southbound 43 stretching from Hampton all the way down to Fond du Lac Avenue. There was an accident there that was blocking a lane. They were able to clear that one. Southbound 41 heavy from the county line to Good Hope. Back on the brakes heading past Hampton. Northbound slowing down just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol. And then eastbound 94, we got backups from 84th Street through the stadium. The westbound side actually slows down from Sunny Slope Road all the way to about Calhoun. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny and windy, a high of 63. Tonight, chance for showers, cloudy and windy, a low of 45. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Woo! Rhea, did we get a winner or a qualifier? Ronnie qualified for that 5K.
Shout out to Ronnie.
Hey.
Don't come up here looking for that money. You just qualify, Ronnie.
You just qualified, Ronnie. Now, when we actually pull the 5K winner, hopefully we're calling you.
You know, we say that every time, and that's the joke that we...
Because somebody has done that one time.
Somebody has done that, so we need to say that. Don't come up here looking for your
Don't
5.
come up here tapping on this glass outside of at 3rd Street Market Hall going, excuse me,
where's my 5?
Exactly. Of course, we're bringing you Truth in the Morning from the American Family Insurance Studio here in downtown Milwaukee. But I tell you, people come up to the glass all the time and tap on it. Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm them people sometimes. When somebody's on here and I'm going up to the glass and I'm waving.
Yeah, sometimes
but they don't know it's me,
too.
so they just trying to not look over there and not make eye contact.
Yeah, I just, you know what, the way the we're set up in here and the cameras and whatever, because you on camera every day. That's one thing that's, radio people aren't accustomed to that. So if I don't look directly in the camera like I'm looking now, hey, it's because you're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but this is a unique situation. It's actually kind of cool, but at the same time, whatever. Dame closes his eyes a lot when he talks. So
I do. I'm not used to being on camera and keeping my eyes open when I talk. I'm behind the scenes dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. So, we all are. That's why we're in radio. But they changed it up on us.
People often get up on me like that. Like, dog, why you always close your eyes? Because I'm thinking. I'm making sure I'm saying something.
You're saying the right thing.
Right.
You're saying,
I'm thinking, and it's easier for me to do that with my eyes closed, and I'm thinking, and I can envision stuff.
Okay.
I'm a visionary.
You're a visionary.
Yeah, real talk.
So should we add that into your legendary visionary?
I'm going to just get that switched. The visionary Dame Elsie. That's what it's going to be.
Visionary Dame Elsie.
I want the visionary.
Visionary with the eyes closed. Gotcha.
Yes. Visionary with eyes closed like Stevie.
That man can see.
Stevie can't see. I think Stevie sees like a bat sees. Like, he sees those. He puts out radars and he's talking and he sees that. That's what I think. Anyway.
Okay.
That's my Stevie Wonder conspiracy.
Okay.
Rhea, that's your fault right there. You got us on that.
Okay. Don't make me call my Stevie connection. I got one. Don't play.
I'm sure you do.
Yes, you know I do.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I got one. Okay, so let's get back to this MPS thing because no one was a visionary in dealing with this employee.
So let's just build it up again.
Okay.
So we talked about MPS wanting to bring the teachers back.
Right.
And wanting and we're saying that they want to bring the teachers back. First, they're going to have to pay them more money. Right?
Yep.
But the reason they want to bring the teachers back probably is because they've lost that institutional knowledge inside of those school buildings on how to keep the kids in line.
Exactly.
Which leads us to this story and why this person was probably allowed to do what he did over and over again because of the lack of institutional knowledge inside of the school. So they needed someone that was a bully that could, keep the kids in line.
Right. So, here's the brief.
Yes.
Records show MPS aide Jeffrey McCain was first disciplined in 2017 for grabbing a student by the hair.
A female student.
Yes.
Make sure because
yes,
little boys have a lot of hair too now.
Yeah.
So make sure you said. So not only would he grab a student,
it was a female.
It was a female student. Carry on.
Despite repeated incidents and suspensions, he stayed employed until charges were filed in March of this year, of 2025. McClain has pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct in a student assault case and faces sentencing this month. Now, he's 63 and he was charged in March with disorderly conduct after prosecutors said he threatened a student on March 6th. He also faced a charge for slapping a student months earlier at Metcalf School. But records reveal his history with the district stretched back years. In May of 2017, MPS disciplined McClain after surveillance video showed him grabbing a Washington Park student by the hair. Multiple adults had to hold the girl to prevent her from being pulled over the railing by his actions.
So
that's according to a letter that the district wrote him.
So he pulled, and he got a picture of it in the article. He pulled this little girl over the railing.
Yes.
By her hair.
Yeah.
First of all.
Okay, let me just say, they disciplined him.
I couldn't wait to say something,
but he returned to work 6 days later.
What kind of discipline is that?
You know what?
Because they needed to have him. He had made himself invaluable to them because he was such a bully in that school or any school that he's in that they can call him and be like, Mr. McClain, they in here acting a fool. Here I come.
Yep. Okay. Records show in September 2023, he faced additional discipline for threatening and intimidating what? A teacher.
Because he ran the school. He is the one that the kids were listening to. And he felt probably that I'm theorizing here because I've all been in schools. We've all been in schools. We all know people that work in schools. Like my mother was a teacher for decades.
Yeah.
My aunt was a teacher. People worked in libraries.
Right.
There's a number of people that I've crossed paths with that spent their times inside of MPS. One of my best friends is a teacher. Spend their times inside of MPS, right?
Right.
When you get a black man inside of one of those buildings, because he's a black man in one of those buildings, you're automatically invaluable, right?
Right.
But now you're a black man that demands respect, and the kids listen to you, right? They fear you in some fashion, right?
Right.
Because you could say they don't have it in their personal lives, but we know that's not the case. But when they get it inside of that school building, they fear you a little bit. That's the only reason this escalated.
Yeah, it did, because he got in his own way.
Right. It didn't start out this way, but because of the power that he was given and the autonomy he had been given, he felt like he could do anything to these kids. First of all, if I'm that little girl's daddy, he in a wheelchair already. Because you're not going to grab my baby by her hair for no reason.
Yeah.
So as a black man, you're not doing that. And as a father, if I worked inside of school, I would always look at it like this could be my kid. And if somebody did this to my kid, what would I do? You grab my daughter by her hair.
Yeah.
Both of us going to jail.
That's all I'm
going
saying.
to jail and you might not be going anywhere.
Right.
Because at that point, I'm getting mad just thinking about somebody grabbing one of my five by the hair.
You're a girl dad.
You grab somebody do something like that.
Yes. On and crack.
But see, he had gained so much autonomy in this school and had so much power, he wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, he wasn't. What he was thinking about was all the power he had and how he was running things, and how they called him every 5 minutes when somebody got out of line instead of maintaining their own power and standing in their own power.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you got to do what you got to do when you're dealing with kids like that. You know, that means you got to send them down to the principal's office one more time, and then that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is. And I know some of these kids up in here ain't no joke. Because when they get taller, they get bigger, they get stronger. What you gonna do?
I know kids can be disrespectful.
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
kids can say out of pocket stuff.
Yeah,
Some
they
of the
can.
wildest stuff.
And you may in your mind want to grab them or something. You in your mind, but you cannot do it. That is being an adult, and that is knowing how to deal with people and being mature enough not to go over that line.
I think it just shows the problem that MPS has with institutional knowledge within these schools. Because first of all, if there's a black woman or if there's an older woman in this school, she's not letting Mr. whatever his name was. What was his name? McFarland?
McLean.
Mr. McLean. She's not letting Mr. McLean put his hands on nobody's kids.
You know.
She's gonna go to Mr. McLean and say, "You do that again, you're gonna have a problem with me."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's that institutional knowledge that they're losing.
Yeah.
And that's why they want to bring those teachers back.
Exactly.
And that is what happens with when these things happen inside the school, is that's gone.
Yeah.
And when that's gone, you have these type of problems come up where somebody is allowed for 8 years to basically terrorize every school he's been at.
Exactly.
Because they needed him there.
I mean, what irks me is every time there's an instance, he don't get more training or nothing. He don't get no nothing. He gets 5 days off, which he's probably paid for, and then he goes back to work.
Yeah.
And he's dealing with people's kids. What is he teaching them? I mean, he's a
not even
teacher's
a
aide, right?
teacher. He's a paraprofessional.
Yes.
So as a paraprofessional, he's floats. And as I was saying earlier, as a black man paraprofessional in the school, you're gonna float. They don't want to put you in one class. They want you to help with all of the classes.
Yeah.
Because you have that figurehead, that figure that they're looking for these kids to look up to.
Yes.
So you're a commodity already as a black man inside of MPS.
But what a thing to look up to. What a person. Someone that is doing things to your kids, is pulling hair allegedly doing things.
The kids will see it as Mr. McLean don't take no junk. He don't take no mess.
Yeah.
But as a parent, you're seeing it as, if you overstep your bounds with my kids, it's me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with some of these kids, you want to do that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna abstain the children from that. As with some of our youth, you want to snatch them up.
Yeah, you do.
But if you don't know that mama, and you don't know that daddy, and because when I was coming up, my daddy would tell my football coaches, he get out of line, snatch him up. Now I know, they got the green light to snatch. I don't think nobody told Mr. McLean snatch their kids up.
I don't think so. When we come back, we'll take your calls and got some comments on the True Talking text line, 833-212-1017. We're back with more on 101.7 The Truth in the Morning.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations, where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chain savings with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 10/31 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. The American Cancer Society is launching Voices of Black Women, the largest ever study focused on Black women's health. This groundbreaking initiative is aimed at understanding health conditions like cancer so we can learn how to improve overall health among Black women. If you're a Black woman between 25 and 55 with no history of cancer, you can join by completing an online survey and short follow-ups twice a year. Your voice matters, because together we can uncover the root causes of cancer disparities and build a healthier future for generations to come. Learn more and enroll today at voices.cancer.org.
If you've been injured, let our team help get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Oh, see, Rhea got us in the islands now. 101.7 The Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman, Damian LZ. We've been talking about Milwaukee Public Schools, and earlier we were talking about reckless driving. Got a comment about that on the True Talking text line. Bailey and Damian, how would reckless driving enforcement work when we don't have enough officers to sit and do traffic enforcement? Think of all the times you see crazy driving and not an officer in sight. But you made a good comment on that one, Dame.
Yeah.
You said, what about when they are there and they just don't feel like...
You know how many times I've pulled up on two people have run a red light, and I pull up and it's a police right here, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them like, you're not gonna do that? You don't say that? And they try not to catch eye contact with me like I'm a homeless dude.
Right.
Like when a homeless dude, they try. I'm like, you don't see that? You're not gonna, because they know if I pull this person over, it might be a chase. Nothing's gonna happen to them.
You know,
stuff like that. So.
You know what? Let me just say this. I have been in an instant on 76th Street, and we there, and there's 1, 2, 3, right? I'm in the far left lane. I got two cars that are to the right of me. After the red light, they peel out, leave tire marks they're racing down the street. The cop is behind me, pulls me over. Said I had too many stickers on my plate.
He pulling you over for stickers.
Right. Then I'm literally sitting there 15 minutes while he runs my place. But the first thing he says to me when he comes up to my car is, your car? Is this your car? Mm. And I wasn't driving what I'm driving now. Mm-hmm. I was driving a Nissan Rogue black. And it had been, I had that car for years. I think I had that car it was like the 2008 model, 2010 model, something like that. He gonna come up to me and ask me if my car, I'm like, I've been driving this car for free for like 5 years. I'm like, yes, completely mine. Yeah. Bought and paid for.
That's bull.
Yeah, and I'm there 15 minutes because he trying to run my plates and find something on me. I'm like, dude, I don't roll out like that. I don't drive dirty. I don't, that's just me. That's what I do. I just try to keep it together. I'm not perfect, but I try to keep everything together.
Go get them that was just speeding. Leave me alone.
Exactly. They speeding out. But I didn't say nothing because the goal was to go home.
Yeah.
The goal was to go home.
He was being a bully. And like Sam King said on on the YouTube check line, I guess he was questioning me saying a bully about the MPS employee. Well, yeah, he's a bully. And sometimes, that works inside of schools. You get those teachers and stuff that are bullies, and they're going to tell you what to do, and you're going to listen. They're going to get in your face. They're going to say, you're going to, but sometimes that works.
Disciplinarian. They call them the disciplinarian.
The good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
But until that bad cop takes his role too far.
Yeah.
There has to be that good cop that be like, hey, man, you going.
Yeah.
But without the institutional knowledge the MPS has lost, that's why they're trying to bring them teachers back.
That's why they do.
And I'm correlating this issue is because of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff that we have happen in MPS is not a lot of the teachers that are doing it. It's a lot of the other types employees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
the aides.
The institutional
and stuff
knowledge
like that.
isn't there, and nobody is correcting what's going on. We got let me see what else.
I got one on the True Talking text line. 833-212-1017. Carrie said, "Hi, both of my in-laws are retired from suburban districts, Glendale and University Lake School. Both will never go back, not to any school. It's all teachers. They're all burned out, and even from the rich schools, the rich kids."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. That's very true.
So like Movado said, morning everyone, they most definitely kept that man because he instilled fear in them kids.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the True Talking text line, the talk line, 833-212-1017. Sean is there. Sean from Racine. Hi, Sean. Good morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning. Mm-hmm.
Hey, morning. Hey, yeah, I agree with y'all. What y'all saying. I grew up in in the '70s, so it was a different time. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy when I seen it on TV. So I don't know what to say, but I'm like the brother that I agree with him. You just wouldn't do that to kids. I don't know what's going on. They're burnt out, and I know a lot of my aunties and uncles are retired. Yeah, it's just crazy. I never seen such a society. That just scared me. I don't know, but I guess you're right. I guess you would take them to jail, like you said, like that. But now, did you do a lot of time when you went? Not to be, or you just in and out when that situation happened? Like, if I got in a situation, somebody did that to my kids, I do the same thing. They give me a lot of time, or can I get out right away?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go in. And do something wrong with my kids like that. But yeah, I don't know. And I moved. I'm from Chicago. I came down there with you guys. I know there's not a lot going on with the records driving, everything. So I moved just to racing just to get everywhere. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know. It scares me. I tell y'all, these can come down to visit. It just scares me just to be around people now. People are just, I don't know. They got the earbuds. I don't know what's going on with our society. I don't know. It just scares me nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
Thank you, brother, for the call.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, you know what? It is crazy nowadays, and you don't know what's going on. But it's like you said, it's a direct effect because they don't know what to do with these kids.
Yeah.
These new teachers, that are coming in, I think are like coming in with.
They're coming in with the book knowledge, but not the institutional
exactly. Not the institutional dealing with people type knowledge.
Yeah.
Very few of them have that sense.
That's an excellent point.
Of how to deal with our kids.
Because you're dealing with a portion of our society that grew up during COVID.
Yes.
They grew up social media.
Mm-hmm.
So the interaction
Yeah.
isn't there. And this being in front of this classroom
Yeah.
may be their first or their second time interacting with a wide range of people.
Yeah.
And it can be, they thought they wanted to be a teacher.
Right.
I want to help the youth. I want to be,
Right.
I want to do this. I want to do that. And then they get there and it's like, because I thought for a minute I wanted to be a civil engineer.
Yeah.
But then once I got out there and started doing the work on the street, running line and doing all this other stuff, I was like, this ain't what I want to do. This ain't for me.
Yeah.
And maybe some of these teachers are that same way. And because they don't have that support of that older teacher in the classroom or that older teacher in the building that can pull them to the side and be like, okay, I heard what happened to you today.
Yeah.
I heard Lil John was wilding.
Yeah.
Next time Lil John do that, this is what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Or to get him to not do that, this is what you do.
Yeah.
This is what's worked for me.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anybody that can say this is what's worked for me and this is how I get through that, then you have what we have with Mr. McClain, where now you need that enforcer to come in to back up a teacher.
Yeah.
And he's elevated his sense of importance in this school building to the point where he think he can snatch somebody's kid up by their hair.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Well, here's a tip from me to the teachers. When you're dealing with people in general, especially young people, the one that's causing the most problem in the group, that's the one that you have to figure out how to connect with them. And make it your business to learn that, to figure it out. Yeah. Whatever it is. If you connect with them on their tennis shoes because they love tennis shoes, the leader, because that's the leader, right?
You got to find out who it is.
Exactly. And you have to take that time to connect with that person and figure out anything that needs to happen there.
Right.
You know, connect with them on a different level, and then you'll get everybody else to fall in line.
I think a theme for today's show is when you talk about what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
He's firing a bunch of people, and that's what people are mad about. He's getting rid of people. That's institutional knowledge. They just had an admiral of the Southern Ocean District quit.
Yeah.
That's institutional knowledge. You go to the policing. That's institutional knowledge right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you want to, how are we going to stop this?
Yeah.
That's a felony. Make it more difficult.
Make it more difficult.
The MPS, institutional knowledge. How do we stop these kids from doing it? How? We've been here.
Yeah.
What worked in the past?
What's worked in the past. Let's do it. And make those connections with people.
Right.
You know, that's where it is. All right. Well, we will check you. I'll be back in on Thursday. When are you going to be back in, Dame?
I'm here tomorrow and Wednesday.
Okay, I'll be back in Thursday and Friday. It's a pleasure working with you as always,
all the time,
my brother. All right. We'll check you out later. Up next, my guy, Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 The
Truth. Truth Nation, it's time to elevate the conversation at our second annual Truth Summit happening Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Thrive on King. This free in-person roundtable dives deep